Hi, guys. How are you? Hope you're staying healthy still. Hope you're happy and you're making good choices at home, right? For sure. Hey, guys. We are on the third lesson of math, which is we're going over 10.4 and we're going to go over 30 minutes digital time. So let me review what we talked about in the prior lessons, which is the 30-minute, but we did the analog time. So remember that you have one of these at home, just like mine. And I'll just use this so you can see it looks just like yours. So we're going to start off just by reviewing the 30-minute. Remember that we'll just start right here at 11 o'clock. Remember we talked about the o'clock, the big hand, this big blue hand right here, and it is touching the 12. That's always going to be o'clock. And then the smaller hand is the hour hand. So this would be 11 o'clock, remember. And then every time that the big hand, the minute hand touches a number, it goes to 5 minutes. 5 minutes pass, remember? So we'll begin by saying that's 11 o'clock, 11:05, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Remember that we're talking about the 30 mark is when the minute hand is on the 6. So that would be 11:30, okay? Then if we keep going, 35:40, 45:50, 55:60, that would mean that a whole hour has passed, right? Because every 60 minutes it equals an hour, right? So then if I would go again, I'll just go all the way around. Notice that the hour hand, the red hand, is going to the next time. There it is. Got it? So again, we're reviewing o'clock. That's o'clock when the minute hand touches the 12. And 1:30 would look like this when the big hand is on the 6 and the little hand, which is the hour hand, is between the 1 and the 2, like this. You got it? All right. You know it. Okay, you can go over and you can use this as a tool as much as you want. Just be careful, take care of this. Remember, we're using it as a tool, learning tool, not a toy, all right? Okay, so today we're gonna go over the 30 minutes, but we're talking about digital time. Now, digital time, we've already touched upon it also, remember? And this is the digital face of a clock, and it says 11:30. Do you see that? 11:30. Now, let me go over this really quick here. So you have the 11, which is on the, if you're looking at it like this, it's on the left side of the colon. You see the double dots right there? So anything on the left side would be the time that you're calling out, the number that you'd be calling out. In this case, it's 11, right? And then anything on the right side of the double dot, the colon, is called is the 30, which is the minutes. So you have the hours on the left and the minutes on the right. So this is 11:30. So you would never write 30 and then 11 over here because it would not make sense. You would not switch the numbers, all right? Okay, so compare this is to 11:30. So I'm just going to get my little clock out here. So 11:30 would look like this in analog time. You see the small hand is between the 11 and the 12, 11:30, and the digital time would look like this. Okay, so this is how yours would look like. Got it? All right, so that's a really quick review. So today we're going to work on our paper, and our paper looks like this. It's 10.4 here, the lesson, okay, right here. And it says 30-minute digital. So we're going to go through this paper and you're going to have to write down here the numbers that are going to match digital time to analog time. All right, we'll work on this together. Do you have this paper? Good. Do you have your pencil? Good. All right, so we're ready to work on this together. Here we go. So I'll give you an example on the board first, and then we'll move forward with doing the paper, okay? Here we go. This is an analog time, so I'm going to just write a time where it's showing a 30, okay, as a minute. So we're going to do 1:30. Let's do 1:30. So the shorthand, the small hand is going to be between the 1 and the 2. So if it's 1:30, where would the long hand go? Where would the minute hand go? Would it go between the 4 and the 5? No, you're right. It would go all the way down to the 6 and it would touch it because that hand is longer than the hour hand. Okay, so that would show 1:30. Got it? So then if you're writing the digital time, then you need to remember that the hour goes on the left hand of the colon, right, of the double dots, and then the minutes would go on the right. So when you're writing it, it would say 1, ready, tall man like this, and then the double dots like this, colon, and then it would have a 3, round and round, like this, and then a big kind of oval looking number, which is a 0. So that it would be 1:30 to match the 1:30 on the analog clock. Okay, you guys got it? All right, good. I know you're following along. So now your paper is just going to be exactly like that. So I'm going to put the paper up here, and we're going to do this together. So the first one is what? What does that say? It's, look at the small hand. It's between the 4 and the 5, which means that when you're writing the digital time, you're going to first call out, remember, you're going to say the smallest number. So the 4 would be there. So you're going to write a 4 there first. So you're writing a 4. Like this. And then since the long hand is pointing to the 6, then it would be 30. So you're writing round and round, and then a circle, a 0 there is 30. Okay, you got that? All right, so then the next one, number 2, is the purple square right here. This is, what is it showing? Look at the hour hand. The hour hand is the short hand. So it's between the 8 and the 9. So you're going to always call out the smaller, the lesser number, which is the between the what? The 8 and the 9. Which one is the less number, the smaller number? It is 8. So you're going to say 8:30 because again it's on the 6, right? So you're going to write an 8. Again, remember that not to be frustrated, boys and girls. When you're writing an 8, you could just write it as if you're drawing a snowman, a head at the top and then the body at the bottom. That's an 8. That's fine. It'll be good. And then the 30 would go round and round. And remember, the 30 is going to be on the right side of the colon, the double dots. All right? Then let me show you up close so you could see so far. Did you see that? Easy peasy, right? So the next one is, what is that one? Where is the hour hand between the 10 and the 11? Do you see that? The 10 and the 11, which means that you're gonna, which one's smaller? Which one's the less number? 10, right? So it's 10 on the left side, and then it's facing, it's, what is it on the big hand, the minute hand, what is it on? The 6. So you're gonna write 10, a big tall man, an oval, which is 10. It has to stay on the left side, boys and girls, okay? The 1 and the 0 stays on the left side. And then you're writing a 0. So all of these on the right side of the colon are going to be 30, 30, 30, because you're talking about 30, right? And then the 30 minutes, so 10:30. This is 3:30, 3:30. So you're writing a 3 on the left side of the colon, and 30 is going to be on the right side of the colon. So see that? Be careful. Do not get confused, especially this one on the bottom right here, the blue one. It's not 33. It's 3:30. Got it? All right. I know you're following along well. You're doing great. So then the back of it, it says to circle the matching digital time. Now, look here. It's saying that you need to circle the matching digital time. So you have watches here, which is the way that they're telling time is digitally on the watches. And then you have a big analog clock. So look carefully at the times that they're showing on the watches. You have here, which is 30, right? The long hand, and then you have the short hand that's pointing between the 6 and the 7. So what time is it? Is it 5:30 or is it 6:30? What do you think? Look at your picture. If you said it's 6:30, then you're right. You're supposed to circle it here. Circle this right here, the bottom watch. And the same thing goes for the next problem here, number 2. Look at your analog clock. It's looking like it's between the hour hands between the 12 and the 1, which you're calling out. In this case, I know that 1 is smaller than 12, but in this case, it's an exception. You're going to say 12:30, not 1:30. Even though 1 in your brain, you're saying that's a smaller number than 12. In this case, it's different. 12 o'clock comes before 1 o'clock. So you're saying 12:30. So where is 12:30 here? Well, that's 1:30. So that's not it. How about this one? Yes, you're right. You got it. So circle this bottom digital watch. Got it? All right. This part down here is very simple and fun, and you can do it on your own. You don't need to follow along with me, but I will give you the directions on what you need to do. All right? So here it says, color the hour times that have 2 zeros after the double dots, which means o'clock, right, guys? So let me explain. Here it says 10, and then it has the dots and 00, which means o'clock. So they want you to color any of these digital times that are showing here. If it ends with a 00, which is o'clock, they want you to color it blue. And anything that ends with a 30 at the right side of the colon is 30. So for example, this is 1:30, then they want you to color it. What color? Let's see, look closely. Yellow, you're right. Okay, so you could do this on your own. If you have any questions, you can call me, or you could rewind this video and you can play it all over again, or you can ask your mommy and daddy. But I know you guys are really good at following directions. You guys are awesome. I hope you learned something today, and I look forward to teaching you more about time tomorrow. And I hope you have a nice day. Stay healthy. Tell your mommy and daddy I said hi, and I love you guys. See you tomorrow. All right. Take care and go on IXL. Bye.